Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. There I go again to the Triple B Unscripted. I am not the host because the host is soon to be here. This is me. This is Bad Bubba, and I will introduce Cable right now because I'm going to introduce the other one last because he hasn't been here for a while, and he needs a great triumphant return like MacArthur. Cable, how you doing?
After that wonderful intro, I'm doing fine, Bubba.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to do 6 things at once, and I can see him in the screen, and I know he's bitching, so I'm trying not to F it up. So, and I'm bringing in this guy. It's like MacArthur, and he's coming back to claim the Pacific. Hey, Mav, here we go. Mav, how you doing?
Well, hello, gentlemen. I mean, couple things here.
Not the smoothest.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been away that long. It's been a couple
haven't.
weeks. I mean, I don't think anything happened last week. You know, I mean, there was a couple weeks I was, gone, but I don't think I was gone that long. But
6 months tour, and he came back to claim it.
Somehow, I lost all power with StreamYard here.
Somehow,
and so I don't know. I got logged out, so I can't do anything. So I'm gonna have to log back in, and maybe we can get back to normal the next time.
I'm terribly sorry. We're discombobulated right now, but we're going to keep on going.
Yeah, it's fine. It is.
Yeah, I know. Kenny Mania, thanks for tuning in.
Hey, what's up, Shane? I see you're on already.
Yeah.
I can see your comments, but I can't comment back. So, yo, how's it going? How are you, gentlemen?
Shane. Pretty good. All things considered, I guess. Hanging in there.
Yeah?
I'm okay.
Yeah. Same here. Same here, Bubba. You look like you're you got something on your mind, my friend.
No, I'm just trying to calm down. I've been busy doing the Black and Gold Dynasty shows and with the Steelers stuff, and I'm not trying to explode my head and try to watch a lot of pulp culture because I am like way behind. And there's not enough time in a day to get stuff done. And I did get my yard mowed with my 3 wheels yesterday, and people, I guess, were beeping. And
but this is still a thing, huh?
Yes, it's still a thing. Yes, I haven't put the
almost the middle of October, Bubba. You're mowing and you don't got no sleeves on.
I know. I'm warm. I don't know. That's all I've been doing, guys. I mean, and buying action figures and comic books and trying to pay my bills and working. You know.
That's you're living the dream.
Yeah, the dream is
the grind.
Yeah.
You know, three-wheel lawnmower.
Three-wheeled. Well, as soon as I'm done, I have a buddy of mine gonna pick it up because he's a salvager, he's a scrapper. So that'll be good. And then I've been looking at zero turns because I'm getting tired of this stuff.
You need one.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I don't have enough time.
Bubba.
What? You're
gonna hit your head so hard off that limb now. Well, you're gonna be going so fast.
I'm gonna cut there's 2 trees that are dying in my yard. I'm gonna cut those motherfuckers out.
I think it's worth like the first time you bust out a zero turn. I think it's worth like making a trip up there to watch you do this.
Yeah.
It could be hilarious.
Well,
it could be
like YouTube material.
He's just stuck going in circles.
Well, speaking of YouTube, I watch a lot of stuff. I watch a lot of stuff, and I don't know how, and I don't understand how people can get so many of these views, and there some of them I had to turn it off because it's not entertaining. So I don't understand. I truly don't.
But can we agree that you on a zero turn will be complete entertainment?
I hope. Well, I hope in a good way, because if I buy it and I wreck it the first time hitting the tree, that would be not so good.
Cable and I will probably be taking bets on if you can even start the thing.
Yeah, that's a good. I know, because you're probably absolutely right.
We can do a bunch of prop bets.
Yeah.
Which direction does he go in first when he fires it up? Does he go backwards by mistake?
Bubba, your boys would get in on all this. Your boys would get in. It would be a complete spectacle. Like everybody be standing there ready for you.
There'd be a keg of beer in my driveway. It'd be like a block party.
Oh,
My Dago ass use my new zero turn around my lawn.
It'll be money.
Maybe
shaking her head.
Maybe have a few drinks before you fire up the zero turn for the first time.
Maybe.
I might have to get the cup holder with icy.
Well, I would get the helmet But
there you go.
The stress, I'd probably just smoke up because the stress would be overwhelming because that's peer pressure with you guys and all my buddies outside drinking beer, watching
cheering
me
you
want
on.
to fuck up. Yeah, cheering me on and also wanting me to hit a tree at the same time.
Well, I don't know if I'd want you to hit a tree. I think it'll just happen.
If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, my buddies would. They just shake their head like I'm not allowed anything. This is, and this is. Well, the nicest things I do have, I can have a comic book, and I can have a comic book in pristine condition for 50 years. But do you think my vehicle will be in good condition, or something happens to my house? Like I don't understand that. Like every time, everything I collect is in pristine condition, but the things that I buy that's big it doesn't stay good. Why is that?
Because you actually care about the comic book.
Yes.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like you wear your gloves, you put them in nice sleeves.
Thanks, Shane. Thank you.
See, Shane agrees. He's on the same
Everybody
page
that knows you knows this, Bubba.
Yes.
The Evel Knievel jumper. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. My neighbor Bill Gates, and the only reason why I mowed grass because everybody in my neighborhood mowed except for me, and it wasn't that high, and I just felt obligated to mow because people drive by my house.
I mean, do you really consider your where you live like a neighborhood?
Oh, it's a neighborhood, all right. There's not like a neighborhood block party. No, they're not inviting me. That's why I have a bar downstairs.
Well, guess what? They're not going to be invited to the zero.
Well, and speaking of downstairs bar, I actually had somebody. It's like the other day at the lovely Steeler game.
Oh boy.
Hey, Bubba, can I come over? I looked at Tammy. I'm like, are you? Who fucking invites themselves to someone's house?
Tammy invited herself?
No, Tammy was always invited because she lives here, and she was downstairs. Hi, Tanya. Hey, Beth from Florida. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, who invites themselves to someone's house just invites? Like you guys will always be, you guys are, I hang out with you guys and we're friends. Like,
till the zero turn incident happens.
Yeah, till the zero turn incident happens. Or my friends, but do you ever have that problem, or is it just me?
No, nobody likes me enough to invite themselves to my house. So
I remember that being a big thing when we were younger. But yeah, now nobody wants to come around.
But yeah, you're younger and you're friends. Like I'm 27 years old. I don't need just coming to. Hey, I'm at the guy goes. Hey, I'm at the Rose Inn. Is it okay if I just stop over? I'm like, who the fuck? Like, come on, man.
Like,
and
why?
I don't know why, because I don't know.
Maybe he's lonely.
See the Bubster.
I guess.
I don't know. And he's on my Facebook, and I'm not saying any names, but it's just crazy.
He's gonna know.
Well, yeah. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And he'd be like, "Oh, Bubba, why'd you throw me out there? I didn't say your name, dude. I just think it's corny."
That's like the second time that's happened. People just invite themselves to the Triple B bar.
Yeah, grill, I don't invite myself to other people's house. I just don't. I would like to be more sociable than I am. I think I'm pretty sociable, but people just don't do stuff anymore. People just like to do stuff. Rob says, "I'll be over. Do you have any hot dogs in your fridge?" No, I don't have any hot dogs.
Everybody assumes that there's food because it's Triple B bar and grill, but there's never any.
I've been trying to get a hold. I had to go to the doctor.
Bubba eats the food though.
Well, I had to go. Yeah, I had to go to the doctor's Monday. I was late for work. I took some time. I had to go to the doctor's. I had a physical Thursday.
You physically fit, or
I am. Well, I'm
you
physically
physical,
good. I had a tetanus shot. I have a tetanus shot in my arm, and my arm is still swollen.
Mind. Oh, shit.
And then I had the girl, she had to draw blood on me, and it was 20 minutes, and I'm like, holy shit! If this is a horror movie, I'm still running out alive. She got it, but then the nurse told me this is what the nurse said, which is I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know. She goes, well, you weigh 348 pounds. I'm like, what? I go, what did you say? I go, wait, I don't know if that could be right because I've been hitting some Bob's Pizza lately. There's yeah, and getting a Wapaho and stuff. And I was drinking a couple beers during that lovely Jets game. Yeah, and I go, what? 348? I go, holy heck! Wow, I don't know what I'm doing, but wow, that sounds. I think maybe we should do this again. So I get on, and she goes, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I know the other half is going to kill me for expressing my weight because she doesn't like me to talk about stuff, but it's funny. She goes, oh, you're 3 you're 384. And I'm thinking, how the fuck do you fuck that up? You know?
So, she flip-flopped the numbers.
Yeah. So I was like, you know, so then I get that mindset. Now I'm trying to eat right. Whatever. It's hard. It is.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Beth says, I never ask. I assume people just won't answer the door if they don't want company. Yeah, that's true, Beth. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it is. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I got other problems to worry about besides people wanting to come over, I guess.
I went to the eye doctor today, and one of my eyes got better, and one of my eyes got worse. So I guess that's a break even. As long as they don't start moving away from each other.
Right.
Do you have good vision now?
Steve,
you have good vision?
No, fuck no.
Oh.
I mean, in one eye I do.
Oh,
as long as I walk around like this, I do.
So if you got an eye patch, you could be fucking.
Yeah. Start taking that fish oil or whatever.
Wow. Yeah.
As long as I don't look like Steve Buscemi and Mr. Deeds.
I thought you were going to say Shawn Michaels.
Oh,
well, that too. Yeah.
Hey, my sister's on. Hi, Cal. Thanks for tuning in to the.
That's a good hypothetical.
She's going to be off in about 10 seconds, though, because she's like, you attention-seeking whore. And then she was like, why?
Well, she knows her brother.
Off. Yeah.
Would you want to look like Shawn Michaels in his prime if you had to look like him when how he does now?
Oof.
No. I only wanted the costume. That's it. That's it. I didn't,
One day, Gary.
I know.
That'd be
one day I'll be a sexy boy.
Halloween's coming. Halloween's coming. Thanks, Chris, for tuning in to the
so it's
Unscripted.
Christmas, but
it's
like
speaking of
Christmas is too late.
Anybody see the new Christmas movie coming out?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know if
called
I did.
Violent Night.
Oh,
no. Is it a horror movie?
No, it's an action movie.
Who stars in it?
David Harbour's playing Santa.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I don't know what they are. Just bad guys take this family hostage at like this rich family. They want them to open up their safe, and Santa comes to the house, and all the bad guys are on the naughty list, and Santa starts taking motherfuckers out left and right. He's choking them with garland and stabbing them through the face with candy canes.
What's a reindeer do?
Well, one shit on a roof and he stepped in it.
No way.
Yeah.
Is this a trailer? It's out now?
Yeah,
trailer?
yeah.
Oh, I'll have to take a look on it.
But he's like the real Santa. Like he's reading over his naughty list, and all the people that broke in the house are on the naughty list.
That's funny.
I think he's a good actor. I like his stuff.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
At one point he ties his hair back.
Because Santa with a ponytail.
Yeah.
He looks like Bubba.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a naughty list anymore because I'm not that. I don't do.
You're on the naughty list.
You're on it.
Oh, I'm on it.
First name.
Well,
no zero turn from Santa Claus. You're gonna have to buy that yourself.
Oh boy, if
it
Santa
just says triple B.
Zero turn, and I don't even know. Well, you know what? Real quick, I wish he could give me some cash because, like, I need to save some money to go to Steel City Con.
Well, you have to take a pause from eBay for.
I'm gonna have to
a week or two.
Well, they have Undertaker, and I don't know if I'm gonna pay. Would you pay $200 to see Taker?
No,
I don't think I don't like it. And then people bash you because we bring in Undertaker and you cheap son of a bitches don't like $200 this and that. It's like
I ain't paying $200 to see anybody.
Yeah,
that's me.
I
I don't care if people do.
I don't blame you.
But yeah, I mean you can postpone the wedding another year.
No, well, I should have a GoFundMe for fucking go to Steel City.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
and use it as a wedding.
This is what we'll do. We'll raise money at the zero turn party.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
we'll give you a kickback.
Well, let's do a GoFundMe for the zero turn. And then at the zero turn festival, make it a GoFundMe for Steel City Con.
And
there we go.
And my roof. See, I have all kind of, I would never do a GoFundMe. I would never do that. Never, ever. Never, ever.
Well, I'm glad we have this recorded for when he fires up a GoFundMe.
Yeah. I don't think I'll pay. I want to see Johnny Lawrence and I want to see Carlos Esposito. I mean, the Chicken Man from Breaking Bad. That I mean, and I don't want to see. I don't care. I mean, Moxley, I walk by. Christy Brinkley's probably smoking hot at like 68 years old, and Chevy Chase is, an asshole because he's an asshole.
I mean, that's a pretty stacked lineup.
It is a stacked lineup, and that's why. But
yeah, it really is.
I mean, tickets to go in advance on a Saturday because I'm off that day. It's like $29 a piece because at the door they're $45. So I mean, I'm going to get tickets for the three of us here.
Yeah,
but yeah, I just don't. The Taker line is going to be from here to Timbuktu.
Yeah, to Canada. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. But I just figured that's in December. So I can
dress up like Taker.
Man, short.
Paul Bearer.
I could be the Insaniac.
God.
Bubster.
We had to go there.
No, I was just being because he was a character.
Well, he was a character, all right.
He was a character.
Anyway,
I'd put a mask on. I'd be good with my GoFundMe. So that was my Steel City Con. Yeah. So by the time we got Steel City Con, people, if you want to throw some stuff, drop some money off for the zero turn out in my driveway, and there'll be a bucket. There'll be a bucket. You can't come in, but you can drop off
for trick or treat. It'll be no. You pay me.
You pay me. Yeah. So.
But yeah. So what else is going on, gentlemen? What else we got to talk about tonight?
There's a lot of stuff on the TV these days.
Yeah. Let me ask you.
Go ahead, Bubs.
I don't know how. Let me ask you a question because there's so much, Cable. What is the number one thing on your mind? The number one thing on your mind out of what you watch in pop culture that you thought since last time we talked has been earth-shattering?
I'm glad you specified about TV because you don't want
TV, movies, whatever in pulp culture.
Since the last time we talked. I mean, honestly,
Jane's got a good point there.
Yeah, and it'd be $100.
Well,
and I'll give you a Stromboli.
You only get one icy light.
Icy light from Alley Cat Beverage, and I'll get some Bob's Pizza, and everybody can get one slice for $100. One beer, one slice of pizza.
That's worth it.
Yeah, with a bite taken out of it.
So yeah, just like
earth-shattering.
Movies, TV. I mean, something that
that's be earth-shattering.
I think to me it's earth-shattering.
We're honestly, we're in a lull at the moment. There's a lot of stuff out there, but nothing's really grabbing me.
I'm not sure what you guys are getting at here, but I don't think anything I'm watching
I'm getting at something. I just want to see if Cable could use his. I think to me it was earth-shattering. I think it was like, yes, it was like.
I mean, I'm loving She-Hulk right now.
Okay.
That's probably what I'm most excited for every week to watch.
You're talking about Daredevil? Do you think that's earth-shattering?
Not. It was good, but it's not as earth-shattering as this. This to me.
Oh, so we're not talking about that. Okay.
We're in the same kind of sphere on the Triple B 3 guest game.
Oh, new game all of a sudden. Cool.
No, because you said She-Hulk, so you get 2 more chances. And then you said Daredevil, you get 2 more chances. Sorry, people, This is the kind of game we're playing here. Thanks for tuning in.
Andor.
No, we can talk about that later, but I don't think this is as earth-shattering. You got 1 more guess. Mav, you got 2.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You guys can't. I thought
earth-shattering?
Yeah, earth-shattering.
What is he watching that we're not?
My sister, you and your damn guessing games. Hey, Cal.
She's still on.
She's still on. She hasn't my brother's an asshole.
She showed you.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Cal. Just say it. No, Cal, because that's the way the game's played. Cable's got 1. Mav's got 2.
I have no idea. There's nothing I'm watching.
I think you're thinking too big. I'm not going to give you any more hints.
You talking about the Steelers?
No, that's
earth-shattering for 2 of us.
Well, yeah, but no,
that's not it. Okay.
No.
I love 2.
No, fuck that movie. You're done. You're done, Cable. That fucking movie sucks. Okay, it's not irritating, Kelly. It's a game that has to be played. Mav, you got one more.
This is Jesus.
This is gonna.
It's
not big, but it's earth shattering. So
I don't understand. I don't know what he's talking about.
The Last Kingdom, no, Beth. Something that was huge since the last time we had it. That was earth shattering and stuff that we love, and everything you guys guessed was good answers. It was.
Were you running down Indiana naked again?
No, I'm not in Indiana naked again. No.
Well, not now, but like I don't know. No. I have no idea what you're talking about. Something that
we'll guess one more thing, so he'll tell us.
Went
okay, the Mighty Ducks 2.
Wait, the Mighty Ducks 2. That's earth shattering? No.
We don't know what earth shattering is.
Okay, I can.
That was even worse than rock paper scissors game.
Was it? Well,
yeah.
The guessing game I gave you. The big giant Deadpool with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Oh. That is huge, dude.
Yeah, that's
huge.
I thought he was talking about something we were currently watching.
Yeah, I did too.
No, something that you've seen it though. You've seen it on the YouTube channel. That was huge. That was my huge moment of epic proportions. That was huge.
I throw a flag on that one.
What do you mean you throw a flag?
Deadpool 3. Okay, so
the way you.
Hey, Mike, thanks for tuning in.
Was we thought it was actual content that we were watching, like a TV series or a movie.
Oh,
you misled us. But maybe we're
I can't give you any hints.
Because when you say earth shattering, but it's not that big, that's on our end, I guess.
Well, Shane, yeah, sometimes that happens. But I didn't want to give anybody hints because I don't like to give people hints.
Yeah, clearly.
That's from Florida's like, I thought he was talking currently too. I was trying not to give any hints, and then I had to give some hints to make it because I figured
something new, or something.
It was new. It was new.
Movie announcement.
No, but if I'd have gave you that hint, you would have got it.
Okay, so.
Well, you succeeded. You stumped us.
So what's so earth shattering about it?
That's earth shattering.
Did you see the announcement?
You like? Yeah.
Well, I liked it because now that movie is going to be that movie could be the greatest MCU movie of all time with all this. I think it'd be great.
So how are they doing?
So you're a fan of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine then?
Oh, I've always loved what?
Even though it was too short. Right?
Oh, I mean, he wasn't, size-wise, but no, I always loved him as Wolverine.
But no, how are they pulling this off exactly?
Well, we don't know yet. But what I would imagine is it's going to be multiverse hijinks, probably. Okay. If I had to go out on a limb, I'd say the movie starts not connected to the MCU, and then by the end of it, it's connected to the MCU. But I don't think Hugh Jackman's going to stick around.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
We could because he's still got to face the Hulk.
But no, he's too old now.
Doesn't matter. He's getting in shape. He's going to be ripped by fucking. He gets in better shape than I do, and I work out all the time. So yeah, he'll be
just barely
by October.
I think you could show him up if you really wanted to.
You're not going to get much of a workout with a zero turn. Bob.
Rob says they should bring back Deadpool from Wolverine Origins as a multiverse villain. That's
what might.
Rob said.
Or I could see a cameo. Because they like to take shots at that. I mean, they did at the end of Deadpool 2.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be funny.
Well, I can't wait because those two are going to be talking and doing stuff the whole time up to production. They're going to be entertaining as all out.
Yep.
I'm excited for it. I am. And it's going to be fun to see Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine on the screen together for the first time. And I have a feeling we're going to get a very comic accurate costume at some point in that movie for Wolverine also.
Looking at the yellow.
Yeah, and brown.
Supposedly.
Yeah. Which makes sense. Well, I mean, that would be good.
It'll be a great Marvel. It'll be a great MCU Marvel team up.
And I'm just excited that we have a date for it and that it's actually on the MCU graphic timeline, that it's MCU canon, basically. So I'm excited for that.
Man. This MCU stuff is no shit no more. There is so much stuff that it's huge. It's huge.
Oh yeah.
But I'm glad I stumped you. I'm glad I stumped you both. And then people were pissed off at me on the Facebook stuff. So I'm happy either way here, people. They are. They're pissed off. But I appreciate them tuning in.
But that's a good segue, MCU.
Yes, it is. There's methods
go
to
into
my
what everybody's watching. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad.
Thanks.
But yeah, She-Hulk. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it right now.
Tell us why.
Well, you want to tackle Shane's question first?
Well, let's do that. What's your opinion on that, guys?
I'm not. I myself, I'm not. I don't think everything knocked it out of the park. I wasn't a huge fan of Miss Marvel and really wasn't a fan at all of Thor: Love and Thunder. But all in all, I really liked it. I mean, we got a lot of good Disney Plus shows. We got some good movies. Spider-Man: No Way Home, one of the best movies out of the entire MCU in my book. I think we're going to finish Phase 4 with maybe one of the best with Black Panther 2, which we could probably talk about in a minute. But for me, I'm not disappointed.
What about you, Mav?
You take the good with the bad, and for the most part, I thought we had more good than bad. I don't think they miss often. Matter of fact, I don't really think they missed, in my opinion, until recently. So yeah, I don't think it was a complete bust or a disappointment. So yeah, and more good things to come, clearly.
Okay. Well, I think the only thing that was bad was the middle episodes of Miss Marvel, because it set a precedent on a new character, and it ended very, very well, introducing her as a mutant, saying a mutant, whatever. The only thing out of this whole phase that I'm upset with is Thor's rendition of a comedy, and it should not be a comedy when it had Gore the God Slayer, Gore the Butcher. That should never been a comedy, and that's the only thing that I see bad in any of this in Phase 4 is Thor: Love and Thunder. Spider-Man is phenomenal. All the Disney, most of the Disney Plus shows is a high 90s for me anyway. Even the ending of Miss Marvel was great. It was a little slow in the middle, but overall, I cannot bitch about really anything that the MCU produces, because I lived in the 70s and I know what was going on, and they don't have to hit home runs every time, but they're still connecting with the ball. They're not making singles, they're doubles, triples, and home runs. So
here's the thing, Miss Marvel might have been a home run for somebody else.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. Maybe for us three, no. But it
was still okay for me. I still watched it, and it was a female lead character, so I'm okay with that.
And I don't think, to Shane's last comment, quantity over quality, I don't think it's been poor quality. Now, I'm assuming you just mean as a general point, but like Gary said, to somebody that shows very high-end quality. Yeah. Because that resonated with them, that hit home.
A younger audience, too.
Right. Yeah. We're just getting to a point now where there's so much content that they're able to pinpoint it towards more people than they were before. It doesn't have to try and please everybody because you don't like Miss Marvel, well, here comes She-Hulk. And then, in 2 years, Daredevil comes out, which there's more stuff before that, but just, if you're not super into a show and the story that they're telling, in a few more months, you're going to have a completely different story with different characters. Yeah. So if that's not your cup of tea, the next one will be, or however, but so I don't think it's poor quality. I just think they're not trying to please everybody all the time now.
Yeah.
And I think Donnie Fulmer with that comment states it all. I think that's pretty much unanimous, I believe. I would say.
Yeah. We talked about it in length in the past. There was a lot of stuff that I wasn't real happy about with that Thor movie, and not being a hater or troll or anything like that. That movie didn't appeal to me. The portrayal of Thor and all the characters wasn't for me.
Right.
Agree.
Yeah. So Donnie, I think that opener of Love and Thunder was grade A, and I
Perfect.
believe everything else is probably a C minus. And I've only watched it one time, and I was at the movies, and I haven't
Right.
seen it twice yet. So they're not going to hit everything right.
Well, Bubs, I mean, it was a memorable showing for you. You got to watch it with a dog.
Yeah.
And
I had a lady eating a barbecue cheeseburger beside me.
yeah, man, it was good times.
Oh, you're not behind, Donnie. You're good. You're good, brother.
It wasn't worth really going to
Yeah.
the theaters, but other than hanging out with you guys. So,
Oh, Beth says I don't like the entire movie with a female lead. Ooh. Ooh, Beth. Explain why, Beth, that you don't like an entire movie with a female lead.
I mean, I like her. I like, Natalie Portman, but
yes.
Chris Hemsworth.
I liked
I think we got our fair share of Chris Hemsworth in that movie.
Yeah, every girl liked his ass.
And probably a lot of guys.
Yeah, I guess that's how it is now.
We don't.
I don't know. I mean, he works out. He works out, man.
I don't know.
I don't know. He works out. Not
that there's anything wrong with that. In the immortal words of Jerry Seinfeld and George Costanza.
So, okay, well, let's since we're still in the MCU thing, now you said She-Hulk, and the three of us have not talked about it. This will be the first time.
I was just gonna say that. I don't think I was able to talk with you guys about it. You guys might have. I think.
Not at all?
No, we
did
not.
No.
I don't know. We didn't talk for any. I don't
Not
think.
with me.
Oh, I thought we did. I thought like the
We
first
might have.
episode
I have a
or two we
concussion. I had a concussion, so.
Yeah, wait till you're hitting that tree branch at
Well,
12 miles an hour.
let's start out with what everybody else is saying about it. So let's go to the IMDb.
See, that's what we're missing. We were missing that, but we didn't have that last time.
Let's just see.
Yeah.
Out on a limb and say I am going to strongly disagree with what is being said about
the ratings kind of dog shit as usual with IMDb, but yeah,
I wish I had a job with those fucking guys, because then I could like get the ratings up. Because if I like something, I'd give it all like a 90 to 100.
Oh boy!
So, episode 1 is a 6.5. Episode 2 is a 6.2. Episode 3 is a 5.6. Episode 4 is a 6. Episode 5 is a 5.3. Episode 6 is a 4.6. Episode 7 is a 5.5. And
terrible.
Episode 8 is a 7.8. So
bullshit. Those guys suck.
Yeah, I don't know who reviews all the. I don't know how that works exactly. But we're on the final episode for next week. So we'll see where it ends.
I think it's good. I think it's great. I think it's funny. I think it's comedy
fun
and
to watch.
action, and it's real good, setting up a lot of stuff in the MCU universe that you have to pay attention. And they're bringing these delisted Marvel villains that no one thought you'd ever see, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, for me, I've enjoyed it. I think more than I thought. I was not high on. I'm like this. I don't want to see a comedy, like, you know what I mean? Like, but I actually enjoyed it. Again, I think no, we have talked about this because I made the comment. It's like watching New Girls or like one of those sitcoms.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we did.
Yeah.
See,
yeah. So we did.
First one or two, we were able to talk about it.
We did talk about it. Yeah, but it's a fun show.
No, I don't know who Megan Stallion is to save my fucking life. Like, I didn't know who the fuck she was.
She's a
I
rapper.
don't know what song she's. Yeah, I have no idea. I know she's got a badonka. She was shaking her shit, but I don't have any idea what she sings or who. I don't have any idea.
Pulls out of.
That's how I pulled out. Yeah, she was
twerking.
I mean, she was working it. I mean,
got a lot of people upset.
I don't know why.
Because nobody knows how to have fun. And that's going to sound contradictory because I just bashed Thor. But, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I think Taika Waititi is a genius most of the time. But the humor just missed in Thor for me, where the humor in She-Hulk doesn't.
No.
It
was just enough.
It's a fun show. Miss Marvel was geared towards younger audiences. She-Hulk is the opposite of that. There's very mature ideas and themes and happenings going on in that show, and it's got an adult sense of humor, and not even with the sexual angles, just in general, just that the humor that they use in it, like Bubba said off air, is very tongue-in-cheek, and
I think she's great too. What's her name?
Absolutely.
Tatina.
She's great. She's a great
Tatiana.
She's
Tatiana.
awesome.
Yeah. She's great. I mean, she plays great.
She's so good in this, it makes me want to go back and watch the show that I mentioned a bunch of times when we were talking about She-Hulk, and I got the name wrong every single time. I think I realized it on an episode where you weren't with us, Gary, but the show's called Orphan Black, and I was calling it Black Orphan the whole time.
Oh, okay.
But she's so good in it that, I mean, I had it just in the wrong order. Makes me want to go watch that show, which is not streaming anywhere, but nail on the head there. She's so likable in this role. She plays it so well. Everything about it, I just enjoy it. And as I've brought up many times on this show, I'm a huge stickler for VFX. And, that can really ruin something for me. And they're not good.
No, they're not.
Especially She-Hulk. It looks like a cutscene from a PlayStation 3 game. But the show is so enjoyable that I can look past that.
It wasn't garbage. That was great.
You know what, Shane? I didn't. That was probably my least favorite episode.
Oh, I loved it because it brought characters that you never would have thought. Those were Daredevil villains. Those were Punisher villains. And also,
the deep cuts. Yeah.
Real deep. D-rated characters. But
what about the frog?
Leapfrog is a great character. He's a daredevil. His dad was a daredevil.
Ribbit, and
he was a daredevil criminal and Spider-Man. He's a Spider-Man villain who reformed.
Okay.
They just released an action figure of him not that long ago.
But was he? I mean, was he as goofy as?
Yes.
He always was.
Yes. The son is just. He's heavier. He's not skinny like this actor in this last episode. He's real heavy, clumsy, always in Spider-Man's way. And Spider-Man's like, "Hey, stay home. You're not a superhero. Get the F out of here." So he's a bumbler. And his dad wasn't rich in the comic book. They just switched that up.
Okay.
But his dad was a villain towards Daredevil, and then the kid was tried to reenact stole his dad's costume because it was in a box and tried to do it. And then Spider-Man caught him, and then he wanted to be a hero, but he's clumsy as shit. Just like he is in a show.
Going off what you said, Gary, I don't know if the therapy episode was my least favorite, but if I was ranking them, it would be lower. But I can't remember episode from episode. But I know I love the wedding episode. I think I watched that one 4 times. I don't know why.
Nothing good. I think they're all good.
They're fun to watch.
That's special about it, but I loved it. But now, after today, I know what my favorite episode is.
This one. Well, the first one and this one.
No, it scored the highest.
Well,
so.
Beth got a comment without being torn apart. I know my role. A female character should too, I think, but still be badass. That is what every girl does anyway. Just my opinion. And then Rob stated, Mr. Immortal. Oh shit, I can't even talk. Mr. Immortal is the mayor's flunky from Boba Fett, good actor. And Mr. Immortal is part, yes. Yeah, he is. Mr. Immortal is part of the Great Lakes Avengers. That's a deep cut. And hey JP,
he
thanks
was
for
good.
tuning in. Yes.
He was very good in that episode.
Yes. And Freight Train, thanks for tuning in also.
And this episode is gonna get a lot of praise. Like Gary, you went over the ratings just because of Daredevil's in it.
Yeah.
That's not the only thing about this episode that sold it for me.
No.
I mean, I think it was a great episode all around. And one of the things I loved is regarding Daredevil, but it's not a Daredevil-centric thing. It's the way the episode was crafted. The thought that went into this episode is they set up a Daredevil-esque hallway fight just
Yes.
like in all the seasons from Daredevil. Like
Yeah.
as soon as he walked around that corner and there was a different light, like a filter,
Yep.
and the lighting was off, I was like, holy shit, this is a send up of the Daredevil show.
His
And they
baton
even-
is better in the MCU than in the Netflix
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
And his action scenes were better now, and it wasn't as dark and gritty. It was more acrobatic and more like
Yeah.
him moving against
Well,
She-Hulk was pretty good.
It was also nice to see her in action. I mean, because it's not like we got to see her a ton.
I know.
You know.
Yeah, her throwing the car and
Yep.
doing the clap, you know. There were so many good things about the episode. It was a really fun episode. It was great to see Charlie Cox back as Matt Murdock and Daredevil, and like you said, actually getting to see She-Hulk
Yeah.
perform as She-Hulk. That was fantastic.
Right.
But at
Right.
the end sets up a whole bunch of stuff. Like like that. And then they create the creator of all those suits. Like that character is a smart ass. He's funny.
Yeah.
You know, and I knew as soon as he needed defended, I knew that Matt Murdock was coming. I mean, that was we knew it was coming. But he's a good character.
It scored high on IMDb, but also I read that a lot of people were complaining about how they brought him back or into the show. So I don't know.
Headline like that. I don't know what people's problem with it is. I haven't been on social media much today. I don't know, why people don't like it, other than She-Hulk is just a magnet for people that want to be negative.
That's what it is.
Don't know how to have fun and enjoy things.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a big disconnect with the hardcore Netflix Daredevil fans and the MCU Daredevil fans, because even the Born Again show probably isn't going to be as dark and gritty as Netflix.
Right.
It might be a little bit, but also too, where do you see in an MCU like the She-Hulk? All she's doing is getting drunk and banging dudes. Like that. I mean, realistic, and that's what she did in the comic book.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and Matt Murdock and her did have a hookup in the comics.
Yeah.
Like this is
not going to be her first superhero
through She-Hulk content, and people just want to be negative and dislike things. Maybe because...
I think people need a reason to bitch about stupid. Look, I'm not even bitching, and I'm like whatever. And I think this show's fucking super cool. Like,
yeah, I mean, Bubba is a Hulk fanatic.
Yep.
Loves everything about the Hulk world and universe, and you love it.
I
Gary,
love it.
You didn't think you were going to like it, and you like it.
Yeah, I do.
It goes to show if you put a good product out, you know, it just seems like there's people that have their mind set against it, and
it's a fun, light watch. Like it's not like you have. I mean, it's not like you have to you're gonna miss something,
but you will.
I mean.
I don't know.
I mean,
It is.
I sit and watch it. You know what I mean? But it's something I can put on while I'm doing something else too. You know what I mean? And I'm
I
back
can't.
and
I have to.
So
I can't. I'm boom focused because this
it's
TV show is going to set up the Captain America fucking movie. I'm telling you, it's going to set it up as we said. This last episode will set this up for the New World Order. It's coming.
Well,
the leader is there, but we don't see him yet.
It's not like watching Game of Thrones where you have to really pay attention.
Intensively,
or sometimes even put on the captions just to figure out what the hell they're saying. It's like
okay, I don't have that.
It's really like I could be on doing some stuff on the computer and still be able to watch it and
I see where you're getting at.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
we have another comment. I have another comment here. Freight Train from the Steelers Realm podcast who's listening.
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm going to have to watch She-Hulk on Sundays. Probably shows a better battle than you know who. LOL.
Well,
never say never. We'll get into that a little bit later, I'm sure. But I cannot. I don't want it to end really because I think it's going to be a season 2.
Why not?
She even mentioned the Red Hulk tonight.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, when she broke the fourth wall and they were getting ready to go to the gala, when she like she forgot that the gala was happening. She was talking to the viewers, and she was like, "Well, this seems like this might be a perfect time for a twist. Could it be the Red Hulk?" And then, did you get the next reference, Bubba?
No.
Red Hulk. She said, "Am I going to get fridged?" Do you know what that is?
Am I going to get fridged?
Yeah.
No.
Green Lantern's girlfriend. Do you know what that is at all?
No. The Green Lantern?
Yes. That's...
No.
I mean, I'm assuming that's what that was referencing.
Okay.
So there's a really big Green Lantern storyline from the early 90s when Kyle Rayner was Green Lantern. He comes home after...
dead?
Yes. His girlfriend is stuffed in a refrigerator dead by one of his arch rivals. And that became a term for when you use a female character as a plot device instead of actually furthering the character development of that character.
Okay.
So when she said, "Am I going to get fridged?" That's like, assuming that's what that meant. That's a pretty deep comic reference to.
Yeah, it was way deep because I think I remember that, but I wouldn't know what that terminology was because I'm not so much into DC, but I do remember that. So
yeah, that's like an idiom now, or I don't know what you want to call it, but it's like an actual phrase that has taken on meaning, to be fridged or whatever. So,
well, Shane wants us to predict.
I have no predictions. I have no idea where they're going.
This show is kind of unpredictable, honestly.
Okay, I honestly thought they were saving Daredevil for the last episode, but
no, he's got the walk of shame.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah,
that was funny.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
I just think they're setting up the Captain America movie, Shane, of the New World Order with the leader. Maybe you'll see the leader at the end.
Yeah, and that would be my prediction. Also,
that's all I know because the She-Hulk will probably be a part of the New World Order movie with Captain America. But it's hard to say because the Hulk's coming back. So maybe the Hulk. They have this Hulk storyline, like it's good. They're working on it. So I'm just going to go with that. I'm going to just say we'll see the leader next week, and the Hulk will return, and that's all I got.
Two more thoughts before we move on. I love in this episode. This is just a comment, and it's the humor and the intelligence behind it. I love when him and Matt Murdock and Jennifer are bickering. And she says something along the lines of, "Excuse me for thinking the guy dressed like a devil was the bad guy."
Right.
I thought that was so funny and so clever. And then the last thing that I think pertains to She-Hulk, I didn't read the article. I'm just inferring this. I saw there was a big thing where the MCU was trying to cast Harrison Ford. And apparently they were going to announce it at D23. Oh, see, what I'm hearing is that it was supposed to happen. Now, I didn't go read it, but
I think he's too old.
It could be clickbait. I don't know. I didn't read the articles, but from what I pieced together, which could be way off base, was that the headlines or something was that they were going to make the announcement at D23. Kathleen Kennedy begged them not to because she didn't want to steal Harrison Ford from the Star Wars, whatever.
He ain't doing nothing.
Well, no. Also, she's I think she's a producer
Indiana Jones.
He's doing Indiana Jones, which
that's probably why she begged them not to make the announcement because it would take
I hate her
theme out of Indiana Jones. But the next headline I saw was that they were trying to cast him for a character that the actor passed away. So either they're trying to make Harrison Ford the new Black Panther, or they're going to recast Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, is what I'm thinking. So we might end up getting the Red Hulk at some point.
Well, I believe that character is going to be recast, but not with Harrison Ford.
I think he's a good fit for it.
I think he's too old, and you need him
he is
to.
Old. Thunderbolt is old.
He's 80. But you need him to. You need Ross's character to be longer than just one movie. And
I don't think
who knows? Who knows if he would do that?
Because we've already seen him in a bunch of movies. So his plot thread, twists in between Incredible Hulk and Civil War and Infinity War and Black Widow, so we've already seen him a few times. And then now, if you would finally do, if it's for Thunderbolts or however they want to do it, to have him be the Red Hulk, I think that would be the send off to the character.
I don't know, because the Red Hulk was. I mean, he's not a character anymore in the comic books.
Well, I'm thinking of how the MCU would do it.
Yeah, because maybe the Red Hulk is the villain in the Thunderbolts. No, you could be. You might be right. I just like to see a little bit more of Return than just one movie, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if Harrison Ford would.
I don't know if you bring him back for one movie either, so it's tough to say. And like I said, I'm just throwing that out there because I didn't read any of the articles. So
yeah, I've been reading stuff here and there, and I don't know. I don't think that Thunderbolt movie is powerful. The Thunderbolts aren't as powerful. They're all street leveled pretty much, and they're not really super powerful enough to take down the Red Hulk anyway.
Yeah,
if he was a villain, that's why they would need the She-Hulk.
This Thursday,
but also too, guys. This game sucks.
Coach just tied it up 6-6. So.
Like tomorrow is the Werewolf by Night.
Yes,
and that maybe if Mav could throw the ratings, if you could throw that up there, Mav, if you can find it, the Werewolf by Night, Rotten Tomatoes, or however you want to do that.
IMDb.
Yeah, and then listen to this fucking rating. Before
is the whole thing black and white?
I believe it is. And it's going to be good. And I can't comment on anything besides the werewolf is not Jack Russell, and the man thing is going to make an appearance. So that's all I know, people.
Yeah, who would have ever? Awesome. We say this all the time. We just said it a bunch of times about She-Hulk.
So it's released tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I think it's the 7th. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not going to have a rating until after you.
It won't?
No.
IMDb probably won't. Rotten Tomatoes might, because people.
I think Rotten Tomatoes had it as 100.
Let me see.
Really?
I can look it up.
I mean, that's manipulatable, if that's a word.
If it isn't, you just made it up. This is where I read it. I don't know.
Yeah, because it hasn't been released to the general public, so the rating is only going to be based off of however many people got to see it early. So,
what do you think about that one? While he's looking it up, I don't think I wish it was, but I don't.
I would
know.
love it. Yeah,
it says tomato meters a 96, which 46 reviews, and the audience score is 100, which is fewer than 50 views.
That's awesome, though. I mean, the people that are seeing it already are more than likely diehard fans, or people that
can't get to see it early.
Very invested in the MCU, so they're
I forgot all about that.
We are three of us are invested. How come we don't get to see it early?
Because you're not networking enough, Bubba.
I got to get. I know. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I need to start that more.
It's Steelers season, so
yes. Which is what is making it so difficult to watch all this stuff. It's Steelers season.
Actually, you should be watching this stuff because it makes you happy, unlike Steelers football.
Well, you're happy though. I mean, you're happy. Aren't you happy?
We're the same record.
You're happy, Mav.
For what?
For what? Your boy now is the man. Kenny's the man now.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. He's the man. What's your feelings on that? Come on.
Okay.
You're the biggest Kenny fan I know. There's a lot of us out there. I wanted Davis as the nose tackle, but
in our group chat, briefly, Cable said that he was shocked that they put him in. I heard throughout that week that if they were down at halftime, that Tomlin was going to consider it. So I wasn't necessarily surprised.
He had no choice.
But I mean, you have to admit it did create a little bit of a spark, like he wanted. However, my opinion, and maybe it's just me because I do like Kenny Pickett.
No,
but if the ball hits a wide receiver's hands, you should be able to catch the damn ball. Okay. Yeah. So people can say it was Kenny Pickett's fault. He underthrew it. Yeah, maybe a little bit, but the damn ball hit Claypool right in the hands. You should be able to catch the ball.
Well, that 5'8" corner off of 6'4", 5'8" should have.
Yeah. There were two interceptions where the ball hit the receiver right in the hand.
Exactly.
It should have never been an interception.
So I mean, to me, I think I'm a little concerned about the next upcoming games, but we are also spoiled in Pittsburgh because we had Ben and he came in like a bat out of hell and just won everything, right? You can't expect that from Kenny Pickett,
Ben had good
especially with the
defenses.
team that's around him.
Well, that
but the
offensive
problem is
line is
the
ranked 13th now.
Well, the thing of it is, the offense isn't like they have the talent on offense right now. I guess apparently our whole secondary is
Out.
injured. Everybody's
Everybody's out.
Cam might not play.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
obviously
gonna be-
TJ's not going to play, so
It'd be like
it's going to be a
Gettysburg.
nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare. You know, Josh Allen's a stud, man. I mean,
Yeah, that's
it's
almost as bad as walking into Green Bay with your third string quarterback.
Hey,
14.5 underdogs
they did
we are.
okay.
The highest
14,
spread
yeah.
ever
Yep.
since the merger in
Yeah.
1970. And everybody that's listening can listen to me because I will have the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty preview of this game. And some people are saying that Steelers can go in an upset. I don't know if they're smoking or if they're drunk.
I hope so, but I just don't see how they're going to do it. Steelers know
Rob
how to
says
win with.
Mitch's pick was a tip ball too. Yep.
Yeah,
Mitch. Poor Mitch. Hey, thank you for your service, but I think he's going to be trade bait.
He was more of a game manager. I saw clips. I don't know if you guys seen it, but there's a video that the same exact play, right? It showed Mitch. He had 3 wide receivers open, and he scrambles around and you know just took the sack. It showed Kenny. It was that play where he threw it. He hung in the pocket. Got hit, but he still made the throw. So it's like, you know, Mitch was a little gun shy.
Didn't want to lose his job, but he lost his job.
I hate to do this, but I think I was the one saying at the beginning of the season, I don't know why you ever signed Mitch Trubisky. That sounds about right.
We didn't think we would get Pickett.
Right.
Really,
yeah.
we did. Yeah, I mean, we really didn't think so.
I didn't.
But,
you know.
What are you?
I'm Switzerland here.
Yeah,
I'm neutral. But
that game against you guys pissed me off.
Oh, I'm sure. I appreciate the invite, Bubba, but I don't like to watch football with people. I get too.
I understand.
You know, especially if it's going to be a Pats versus Steelers game, I can't watch that with somebody.
Well, at least you're honest.
But I didn't think Mitch was going to do much for you guys when you guys signed him. And like you said, I mean, you didn't have too many options at that point in the year. But I didn't think it was that good of a signing. I didn't think he was in Chicago. I didn't care how high he was drafted or if he made it to Pro Bowls or not. There was a reason he wasn't in Chicago anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
well, we don't have to worry about it now.
Well, the thing of it is, like I said, the Steelers know how to win with defense. They don't know how to win with offense.
We don't have a defense right now, and I could go off.
What I'm saying.
We could a whole hour to talk about that.
Yeah,
it's bad. Like I never seen a team without one man being in there. They fucking can't come and rally around. And like I've seen this before. Because I was at the game and Rod Woodson blew out his ACL, and they fucking rallied around and went to the Super Bowl. But these guys can't stop anything in the fourth quarter. Terrible. No. 3 games in a row.
That's the simplest way to break down this weekend. Is I don't think they're going to be able to score enough points to keep up with them.
I'm going to be happy if the Steelers score 21 in Buffalo. I'll be cool with that. I'll be fucking cool with that. And
I think the Bills have some
injuries
injuries on defense too.
And the Colts beat them 2 weeks ago.
No, it was. I thought that was
they're
Miami.
lighting the world up tonight.
No, Miami beat them.
Miami beat them.
I thought the Colts.
No, Miami beat them. That's when their offensive coordinator threw his fucking tablet.
Yep.
Kenny Dorsey threw his tablet.
Yeah.
That's when they knocked out their quarterback.
Colts beat the Chiefs. That's what I was thinking of. Never mind.
Yeah.
I knew the Colts upset somebody, but yeah, you're right.
That's okay. I mean, I just wanted to ask him because he's one of the biggest Kenny Pickett fans I know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I wanted to ask him. I mean, we were texting, and I'm like, they're going to put him in the second half.
Yeah.
And I seen people that were at that game, and guys were open, and Mitch couldn't he didn't do anything. Kenny got in there, the electricity, and he was slinging it, and it was a different atmosphere.
Yeah, I just, hopefully he's mentally tough enough to get through this season because
I think he's a gunslinger, and I think he's going to talk shit. And that's what I like about him because when he stayed in that pocket and through the Pat Freiermuth, he was talking shit when he got up.
Yeah,
So-
he was.
And
Yeah,
you know, for mental toughness, you know, he throws a pick on his first ever professional pass, and then he comes in. You know, he scores 2 touchdowns himself. That's a good sign.
Never
That's-
happened in the NFL before. That was a record. He's the only quarterback ever in his debut to rush for 2 touchdowns.
well,
Record. And he's a record holder of throwing all the passes that he threw never hit the ground. Because he had the 3 picks. He was 10 for 13, 10 for
Okay.
13, 3
But
picks.
none of his
Yep.
balls.
None
hit
of
the
them. None of it. He
Okay.
never threw an incomplete pass.
balls off
Interesting.
the ground.
Hey, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
take
a
some
good one.
records. Hey,
Yeah.
Benjamin, thanks for tuning in.
Uh,
But like I said, I mean, but trying to find anything, like I went to the comic book store and I got a Kenny Pickett card I put on Facebook. Like, you're not getting any cards with him in a Steeler uniform right now. And I asked the clerk, I was like, he said maybe next year. I don't know. Like,
Usually they have them out before they even.
I thought so too. And I'm
At least with
not.
baseball. They usually do.
Yeah, and I'm not real big into cards anymore. I just buy Steelers stuff, and I got 2 Kenny Pickett cards. So I mean, Mav, if you need a Kenny Pickett card or something, let me know. But it's going to be in a pit attire until they get the ones with the Steeler emblem on it. That's the one I got
Okay.
yesterday. That was
Gotcha.
$10.
Really?
But if you don't have one, let me know. I can get a couple for you. But he's all
Okay.
in pit. It's all pit stuff.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So,
But no,
'cause
I
know
mean,
you probably
I-
want one
I-
in your collection.
I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be a pretty decent quarterback for us if we can keep him healthy. That's the key, though.
This offensive line, guys, is way better than I thought it would be, and it's so surprised it jumped up.
Every
It's
week they
number-
seem to get
It's
better.
number 13. They're getting more cohesive, and I had
Yeah.
to eat my words on my podcast with the Steelers stuff. I have to eat my words, so I'm
Yeah.
eating crow right now because that was the worst part. The worst part is all the skilled players that we have, the receivers of Dante Johnson and Chase Claypool,
And
fucking,
Najee's not. There's something not
he's
right.
not
there.
100%.
No.
He's still hurting. They're not going to say nothing.
Right.
But also, too, there's holes for him, and he's not.
Nope.
Jalen Warren is averaging. He was averaging 6 yards a
He just
carry
needs to
last
hold
week.
on the ball. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He just needs to hold on the ball.
He's short. He's not big, but yeah, our defense. And I don't know what I'm going to talk about when I do the show tomorrow night because I'm looking at tomorrow. But we're going in there. Kenny Pickett's going to be in there slinging balls and eating fucking buffalo wings. That's
I hope so.
Benjamin says
stay there.
Kenny Pickett is going to have a great career in the NFL. Benjamin Bennett says.
Good. I like to hear it.
We
Kenny
agree with
Pickett
you.
is the ticket, gentlemen.
But
Okay.
I wanted to get Mav's personal opinion because Mav is one of the guys that I know who is a huge Kenny Pickett because he's also a big, huge Pitt fan.
I will be wearing my Pickett jersey on Sunday.
Hey, I just saw on the Steeler. I have a website, Steeler stuff with autographs. Kenny Pickett jerseys, autograph, $235.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Well, I'll say that
Interesting.
as a guy, outside looking in and everything, I'm not a fan of Tomlin. I
haven't been in a while, but
that's a ballsy call to put him in with the schedule coming up. Because
he had no choice because I think higher ups, the
Well-
booze in that stadium.
Oh, dude, they
Yeah.
were booing
They
like
were-
crazy.
yeah, you can say that, but you're taking a chance of starting him,
Yeah, there's a
having
risk.
him go
That's why
against 4 teams that steamroll him and fucking him up in the head to where he can't
I'm
ever
saying.
play again. And that shows that they're in a win now mindset more than a sit around and wait
Well,
for next year.
Tomlin doesn't want a losing season. He doesn't
No.
want it. So,
Right.
but look, next week this week. Whatever happens this week is potluck. Next week, I do believe that they could beat because TJ Watt's coming back next week. Speculation
Ooh.
he's coming back. And
Well, I know he
also-
was at practice and stuff,
Yes.
but I don't know.
And Tom Brady, because his old lady's going to divorce him, his mind's on his divorce and not football.
Yeah, they look pretty
Fuck
bad.
him.
so
Fuck you,
far.
Tom Brady.
But there's nothing saying TJ Watt's going to come back from his injury and be gangbusters either.
I
Yeah.
just can't believe that one person makes a difference like that.
No, it really does.
I think it's their minds. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
Jeff, thanks for tuning in. But I just don't know.
The defense, they're missing their star player, but also they're gassed because Mitch
Yeah,
couldn't
playing
keep
all
the
the time.
offense on
So
the field.
we
So,
can't complain about Highsmith. I mean,
No.
he's doing well.
He's
Imagine
5 leading the NFL in sacks, and he could have had 3 more going against Zach Wilson because Zach Wilson had legs because he just banged Stifler's mom. So he was moving and grooving.
What a terrible interception.
Benjamin says the Steelers are better than my high school alma mater. Well, they're better than my high school alma mater too. And better than these guys' alma mater because I've been watching their alma mater.
They're no Wildcats.
That fucking your alma mater gives me fucking headaches, man. Oh my God, losing with like 2 games and like less than a minute to go. Oh, they lost a game 56-50 with 1.6 on the clock. I lost my shit and went home. Yeah. I lost a bet last week against Portage. I lost, but well. I don't know, but we'll do this, and then I know, Cable, you watched this show, Bubba Watt. Yeah, I wish it was Bubba. Yeah, you're funny. Now I know you watched that Netflix show, this crazy show that everybody's been talking about.
Yeah, Dahmer.
Yeah, why don't you throw some stuff?
You still working on that comment, Bubba?
Yeah, I was, because I don't know what to say. It's going to be
distracted.
No.
He wasn't saying Bubba Watt. He was saying Bubba, pause.
Oh.
He was talking about how good his game was.
Yeah, he's talking like you do. You should be able to.
That's what I said. I was like, I wish he had a name, Bubba Watt. Okay, I'm sorry, Shane. Yes, that game was crazy. Plus, also, too, that no one expected them to win up there. Could be the same mentality this Sunday. Sorry. I thought it was Bubba Watt.
We almost had a touchdown.
Bubba Watt. So, okay. So this Jeffrey Dahmer, is it a movie or is it a documentary?
It's a scripted series. It's neither.
Oh, okay.
It's a scripted show with.
Do you like it?
Nope.
Oh, you don't like it?
No. Wasn't a big fan.
Because people were just talking about this show like it's the greatest thing in the world.
Well, see, we live in this culture where nobody knows the past or the history. Like, it's amazing how many people didn't know what was going on, like Jeffrey Dahmer or anything about him. And I'm not bashing anybody, but when
bash him,
it's just this happened 30 years ago, and because they made a TV show about it, everybody's going crazy over it. Which it's real life. It happened. It was there. There were things about the show I liked, but it was fucking boring. It was so goddamn boring. Like,
see, I thought we were talking at Sheets. I thought you liked it.
Nope. I
thought we were gonna. You fucking did a swerve on me, dude.
I swerved you, bro.
You did swerve me, bro. I sound like Vince Russo, bro. Yeah, you swerved me good because I told Tammy, I said, yeah, I saw Cable at Sheets. And he watched that Jeffrey Dahmer thing, and I think he said it was pretty good. He liked it, and I said I can't get into that stuff because I don't like that kind of shit. Like, it makes me sick to my stomach for real.
Was Bubba buying Nacho Grande or
no? I bought a hoagie.
I was there, but I left before
I had
him.
pork rinds.
I don't know what he got.
Should have waited. See what he walked out with.
Well,
he come out of nowhere. He's like, I saw you, Bubba, walking in.
Yeah, I didn't even need anything. I was getting gas, and I saw him, and I didn't want to scream across the parking lot, so I went in and bought some shit just so I could say hi.
Oh, no, that's so funny. God bless you.
I wasn't a fan, and I'm very mixed on it, but it's a scripted 10-episode season or show series about Jeffrey Dahmer's life. And, for anybody not aware, Jeffrey Dahmer is one of the most infamous serial killers in America's history.
If they don't know who Jeffrey Dahmer is, they're fucking living in a fucking cardboard box.
Nope, a lot of people didn't because
really?
Younger people probably.
Oh, these younger people, they don't have a fucking clue.
Unless it's on TikTok, they don't know.
Yeah.
It's all over TikTok now. Evan Peters was really good in the role. He played it very well. Yes, Quicksilver from the X-Men. Or Ralph Boner from WandaVision.
Yeah.
Okay.
The acting's phenomenal. Richard Jenkins plays his father. Everybody was really good in the show. But it was just like I was like 5 episodes in, and I was like, I can't believe there's 5 more episodes of this. Like,
it was real slow.
And it never picked up.
Watch it.
I fell asleep halfway through the finale, and that was a week ago, and I haven't brought myself to finish it. You know, 'cause they're all an hour episode, and like I said, it's compelling, and the way they wrote the show and the focus of the show isn't on the killings. Like, they don't romanticize Jeffrey Dahmer. It's not super gory and things like that. Like, you don't actually see him kill anybody, more or less. I think you see him kill like one person, but the show focuses on, you know, his upbringing and his family, life growing up, and the families of the people that he killed and the people that this affected. And I could appreciate that. I do like that, you know, it wasn't, look how cool Jeffrey Dahmer was or some bullshit like that.
But some people
you know,
think
good.
that's cool, though. Watching
Yeah,
it and
right.
thinking it's cool. What are
And
fucking
that's how
idiots?
some people are taking this, because Evan Peters has a big following, and, you know, they're getting caught up in his portrayal of it, which is good. But, you know, it's like, I mean, the real Jeffrey Dahmer had fans when he was in prison. He was getting all sorts of stuff, just like Ted Bundy.
People
And the same thing happened when Zac Efron played Ted Bundy. Everybody was in love with him playing that role.
That either.
But it did some good things. But all in all, it was fucking boring. I mean, it didn't need to
thumbs
be
down.
10 episodes long.
See, I thought you were giving it thumbs up, and then I was like,
Did either of you watch the Tyson show?
No, but I want to.
I want to too.
I started watching the first episode. I didn't get to finish it, but I forgot about it. But I'm like, I need to go back and watch that when I have time, because I think it'd be pretty cool.
Probably better than this Dahmer thing. Probably.
But it's not a documentary. It's somebody playing him.
Yeah, but is it like a thing about his life, though? Isn't it about his life the whole way through?
I think so.
You know? Yeah, I personally cannot get into serial. That's why I was never into Dexter. I'm sorry. People will be like, "Oh, Bubba, that's a great show." Yes, it probably. I don't. I just can't get into that, honestly. Even though I don't like horror flicks, I do watch documentaries on the real shit that happened, not a movie that's made about stuff that happened. I'm just not, and I'm not into that stuff. I'm not into criminal. I'm not into serial killers and shit like that. That's not my MO. You know.
Yeah. It's a very fascinating topic and everything. But you know, just from a entertainment standpoint, Dahmer wasn't there for me.
Okay, thumbs down.
Behind on House of Dragons. What about you, Gary?
No, I'm caught up on that.
What do you think? I only saw to episode 3, so I mean, try not to spoil anything. But
I'm not going to spoil anything. My thought is, I like it. It feels like Game of Thrones, but it's moving a little fast, because like they're jumping from
time jumps.
Yeah, which kind of drives me nuts.
They got one episode,
but no, I mean, I think overall it's good. It's good. I just hate the time jump.
Yeah, I'll get back into it, and you know, now that Dahmer's over and
Dahmer never started.
Over,
Beth said he never knew he was gay. That's what she said.
Oh yeah.
You're allowed to say gay or homosexual. He was never knew he was a homosexual.
Say gay.
McCann, okay.
Isn't that the new slogan? It's okay to say gay, or
is it okay to say gay?
I think that's.
It sounds like a South Park song. Is it okay to say gay?
I remember Big Gay Al's Big Gay Boat Ride.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
I remember Uncle Fucker.
Great episode.
Yeah. I like the one where I do like South Park, man. It makes me.
I haven't watched it in a long time, but
and I forgot. Hopefully, there's no meme material coming out with Steelers season with this O-line that you killed Kenny. I could see that going around.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't. Well, it'll be the receivers not catching balls for Kenny. It'll be the fucking line. But yeah, so
right.
Okay, you didn't like that one. Okay, now let's talk real quick. Not quick. Well, try.
It's not gonna be that quick if you keep saying real quick.
Yeah. Now the Andor series.
I was wondering where we were going.
Yeah.
Yes, but the first episode was very slow. But I've never seen Star Wars where they actually killed people or was in a stripper house, and it was a lot more violent than any Star Wars I've ever seen in my entire life.
It gave off Blade Runner vibes. That's what I
you did
thought
watch
from it.
Kenobi. You did watch Vader in that scene with him killing everybody.
Yeah, but not as like sinister, and it wasn't a lot of like just a lot of swearing, of course, and the sexual content of his friend that helped. She took the guy to bed. You didn't see that in Star Wars.
No, it's more adult oriented.
Yeah.
I don't think kids are even going to understand what's going on. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know exactly where they're going.
I don't either. They're starting the rebels,
right,
starting the rebels. That's all I know.
So I don't know exactly. It's not something like usually you can kind of see like where they're going with certain things. I don't really know. But
it's going to be tough because we got 24 episodes of it eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Yes, 12 and then but I like it. I knew he was going to say slow, and it was I am okay with it because
I'm good with it now. The first episode was slow. Everything else is now it's golden.
I mean, I think I don't mind the pace of it. Take your time, tell the story, tell it right. I like it. I think it's good stuff.
Yeah, you're going to see some characters.
Coming from the least Star Wars fan out of the bunch, a lot of the times if it doesn't involve lightsabers, I'm not super thrilled by it in the Star Wars universe. Although I think Rogue One might be one of my top movies, so that should lead me to loving this. And I'm sure I've said this when we talked about the trailers and stuff. Wasn't hyped for Andor until the trailer came out. Then the trailers really impressed me. I love the first episode. It gave me Blade Runner vibes so hard, and like Cyberpunk, and just the music. Yeah. The music was so different for Star Wars, but it set the tone. Even with the pacing of the episode, when he kills that guy at the very beginning, which spoilers for anybody that hasn't watched Andor yet. When he accidentally kills the first security guard or cop or whatever he is, and the other cop realizes that he's going to have to kill him too. I love that. And he did it point blank range. He knew he had to, because if he let him go, he would have went straight to, everybody else. And I'm only 4 episodes in, but I'm really into it. We're seeing the uprising and the Rebel Alliance form from the groundswell, and they want to go after the payroll for the Empire.
Taking our money. They're taking our money to front the revolution.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
That's not guerrilla warfare, but that's war tactics.
Yes, it is.
So that's very smart. I really like that. Same thing as Game of Thrones in season 6 when they melt all the gold with the dragons. You attack their money, that weakens them, and I liked it. So I haven't seen the newest episode. I think they're probably going to drag out this heist for a while. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it'll be in the episode 5. I don't know if I'll get to it tonight or tomorrow or whenever, but I'm excited for it. I'm ready to see it go down, but I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, so let me just give the
IMDb.
IMDb, and then Bubba, you can get into yours.
I don't have much. I do, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? Because I didn't see the last episode. Like I said, the first episode was slow, and I said what I said. More swearing, killing, and some sexual. You know what I mean? You don't see people hooking up in beds in Star Wars. So it's a little different. It's a darker aspect. It's more espionage, and I like how the grassroots campaign of the Rebel Alliance, and it's already been there. And I believe the character who is the guy, don't get me, that's helping Andor, that got him with the other guys, is I believe. Yeah, I know. The name, yeah. I believe he's a Jedi. I believe he's a I believe he's a Jedi Knight.
Who?
I believe he's
the one that met him that was gonna buy
Not
the
in
Fox
a
from him, but
yes.
he wasn't.
Oh,
he
you
wasn't
think he's a
actually
Jedi?
there.
I believe he's a Jedi Knight, but he's not going to ever say he's a Jedi Knight because the Jedi Knights, there was 10,000 when they all got purged. Scarsdale. Thank you, Shane. I believe he's because he has that little amulet, and I believe he's a double, he changes, and he's a artifact collector, which is cool. The roast where he puts his wig on, but I believe that he is a Jedi that's in hiding because he just seems very tactful and he's very
he had the
knowledgeable
cloak for it when he met up to buy that part from him. He looked like he could have been.
And that's all I got out of the series. I like it. I'm going to keep watching it. It's a different, and my one buddy says he likes this because there's no Skywalkers involved.
Yeah, it's nice to see something separate from that storyline.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank on the name of the character. He's a part of the Rebel line. He's the one that wears like the goofy like winter hat looking thing. Crap. What the heck's his name?
I don't know.
Anyway, but I think he's force sensitive. I'm speculating because he made the comment of he's, what did he say? Oh, he's loyal, or I think he said he's loyal. I can feel it. So I'm kind of just
the dioramas and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
What the heck's his name?
I don't know.
I got nothing.
I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, he actually has a really cool name too. But no, I think he must be force sensitive. I'm just speculating that. But anyway, the IMDb rating, episode 1 is 7.4, 2 is 7.3, episode 3 is 8.6, which was the highest. Episode 4 was 8.0, and episode 5 was 7.6. So dipped a little bit in the last one, but
wow. Okay.
Overall not terrible.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but no, I think I like it. I enjoy it a lot.
I do too.
I like it way more than I thought I was going to. I definitely can say that.
I don't have any reason to bitch about anything that's coming on TV with the stuff we love. As long I just criticize it due to based on the comic book stuff or the Star Wars history and lore that I'm always accustomed to. So I mean, I'm happy that this stuff. I never thought that any of this stuff was ever going to come out.
No.
In the beginning anyway. So
the more Star Wars, the better for me.
Yeah, I'm cool with everything we talk about except for Jeffrey Dahmer, and stuff like that. Stuff I like, I'm okay with. Like sometimes a little too much. Like I love The Walking Dead, but some of those shows are just too much. You know what I mean?
Well, we got the Tales of the Jedi coming out, the animated thing.
Right, that'll be very good
at the end of October here.
But they were late, and that's why we got 3 episodes of Andor because they delayed it. And then the Bad Batch was supposed to come out, but it doesn't come out till next year. So
is that okay? All right.
Yeah, and then after She-Hulk, there's nothing coming on Disney Plus except for Werewolf by Night. So we just have the Star Wars Andor to take us to
holiday special at the end of the year.
That's it. That's all we got on Disney Plus. So,
but Mando starts up in
next
February.
year.
Yeah.
So once Andor is done, then Mandalorian will, be going. So, but I mean, it's going to be. There's other shows too. So.
Oh yeah.
But and we can always go back and watch other stuff. Like,
did either of you quickly? Did either of you watch any of the Lord of the Rings stuff?
I tried it. I couldn't get into it.
I fell asleep.
I tried to watch the first episode, and it just didn't feel the same. And then I was sitting there, but it was late, so I ended up falling asleep as well.
I fell asleep. Sorry, people, it happened.
I'm like, should I go back and watch that? Maybe.
I keep wrestling with that too. I would like to give it another honest, legitimate shot.
Yeah.
Because I see, the commercials and stuff, and it looks beautiful. The effects look amazing.
Yeah.
I love the original trilogy. I love that world and the lore and everything of it. But it just didn't feel like you hit the nail on the head. It just didn't feel like Lord of the Rings when I was watching it.
Right.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to get some time to watch it because there's so much. There's not enough time in a day. Like I think
especially
this weekend also. Yeah, I mean this weekend, the second season of Heels. You guys ever see that that TV show?
I know it, but I haven't watched it. No.
That's James Harrison. He plays a wrestler, and Stephen Amell. You know, and they have that little.
Oh right,
little,
I did hear about that.
Yeah, that season 2's coming on. Was it Showtime or Stars or whatever?
Stars.
There's just so much, and then like a lot of seasons.
Extreme Rules is Saturday.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I do still watch wrestling. I really still do.
It looks like a good card, honestly. That's
Triple
like
H is taking over now. That's why.
I know, and this is every match this weekend has some kind of stipulation. Like Extreme Rules actually feels like an Extreme Rules event now.
Yeah, right.
You know, they're all ladder matches or whatever, Lion's Den, whatever they're calling it, cage match and I Quit. Like they all have some kind of stipulation. So, you know, overall, I'm happy with the WWE product.
Yeah, I'll watch. I mean, I don't watch the NXT stuff. I do, but I really don't pay attention. But
they went back to black and gold.
Yeah, but they still use a lot of those new guys that.
That's what they got.
Yeah. And then, and well, yeah, Shane, you're absolutely right. They did hire a comic book writer in the WWE. He's actually engaged to Alicia Fox. I saw that. So, and then they're doing this stuff with this White Rabbit stuff. They just fired that color commentator of Monday Night Raw. They let him go today. So I don't know what happened, but I mean, I watch it. It's still, I know SmackDown's coming to Pittsburgh Friday before Steel City Con. You know, and Roman Reigns storyline's pretty good. SmackDown's really, really good.
Haven't watched it in a long time.
You haven't watched it in a long time. Like AEW, that shit with your boy CM Punk. I think he got his contract bought out, and I think he's done.
Yeah, that's a weird situation. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like last night, Sammy Guevara and Andrade got in a fight. Punches were thrown.
That's the second fight he's been involved in now. It's
but Sammy Guevara was on TV where they sent fucking Andrade home last night.
Yeah.
So he's probably like, I'm going back to WWE. Fuck you guys.
Probably.
Or Triple A.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I had high hopes for AEW, but it just Tony sometimes is it's not as right.
I mean, they're still putting on a good product.
Yeah, with the wrestling stuff, the 20-minute matches, the opening match, like last night with even with MJF versus Eula Wheeler was a great match, and then the last match with the tag match with that Danny Garcia. You know,
the product's still good. It's just like wrestling's a tough business, man. There's so much politics, so much.
Yeah,
people are getting hurt,
but I think the company's in trouble.
I think it is too. I think the old man's like, "Hey, I'm going to stop you with your money. You're bleeding. You're sieving me out there, kid."
I'm not trying to be negative and shit on it or anything because I love the AEW shows and I'm not hoping for anything.
No,
I'm just, if this trajectory, if things don't change, I wouldn't be shocked if 5 years from now there's a documentary on Peacock, the WWE Network, the rise and fall of AEW, like that.
Yeah.
It reminds me of WCW in the early 90s, and the way they're going, I don't think they're headed in a good direction.
Paying all those guys millions and millions of dollar contracts.
Bringing Paige in, that's going to blow up in their face. She's getting booed already like crazy.
Is she?
She elbowed Britt Baker, and they were like in the middle of the ring, and she did an interview last week when she came out, and she told the guys don't cut me off, and it was a piss poor promo. It was terrible, and I like Paige, like I do seriously like Paige.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
it's a cool surprise. You know, that's one of the best things that AEW does is they're able to actually
shock
surprise
value.
You. But a lot of times it's with them bringing somebody new in, and then they can't do anything with them. You know.
Yeah.
Well, last night was more Ring of Honor guys.
Right?
Last night was more of showcasing the Ring of Honor.
Jericho being the Ring of Honor champ.
They did that so they can try to get some TV somewhere.
I understand. That's the only reasoning I can understand. But
Discovery and Warner are looking at AEW or for Ring of Honor or something. They're looking to get a TV deal somewhere. And that's why they brought Chris on, because Chris is a viable, known figure that could get Ring of Honor to the TV slot or TV market that they need because all their stuff last night was like Wardlow beating fucking Brian Cage with like 3 power bombs, like crazy. Like Wardlow's great, but so's fucking Brian Cage. He's big as a house.
Well, Brian Cage has heat on him, so they're probably trying to.
Well, see, that's
keep
well,
him
Brian
alive.
Cage could go WWE and be a superstar. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
especially now.
Vince signed everybody back pretty much except for Adam. He's just waiting for Adam Cole.
I mean, Triple H.
What'd I say? Adam, what did I say?
Vince, yeah.
Oh, Vince is probably still secretly signing him.
People are licking their lips to go back to WWE now. I'm sure.
It's different. It's it's just how he's treating people and how he's doing his interviews when he's seriously talking about stuff. You know what I mean? He was talking about Bray Wyatt. He loves Bray Wyatt's creativity. Yeah, he loves Bray Wyatt.
He came up as a wrestler. He's not ashamed that it's a wrestling product. Vince was ashamed that it was wrestling. He didn't consider himself a wrestling promoter. He considered himself.
How does that work when you're like Christmas dinner?
Yeah.
How does that work?
How does it be a fly on the wall, man?
It's the best situation that could have happened because it's not like Triple H pushed him out. Vince did it to himself, you know. So
$14 million later,
right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is, and we can keep talking about this forever. You're right. The pay-per-views, you know, and they're gearing up for Survivor Series, and the Rumble's coming, and does The Rock show up later on? That's what they want, and that's what he's trying to do. And he knows The Rock is busy because Triple H did that interview. He's like, look, The Rock, there's nothing that fucking gets The Rock fucking electrified with goosebumps than fucking those scrans. He can do a movie and do whatever, but realistically, it's under the glitz and glamour of actually in a ring. He said that to Triple H, and he's like, I'm trying to get him there if his schedule will allow it, but he's so busy. And he is, because, you know, he's got this movie coming, and he's doing the XFL stuff.
But it's in Hollywood. They should have had him nailed down.
They should have.
I mean, how many years ago did they? 2 years ago?
Maybe they do, and they just don't want to show their cards.
Right. No. I mean, if they booked it 2 years ago, they should have been. That should have been the first thing they did. Hey, Rock, listen, you need to block this off. Right.
Yeah, because I don't think he's doing any. He doesn't have any more movies. He's not filming anything, because he's doing the Black Adam press tour stuff and for Black Adam, but I don't think he has any more things. I think he took some time off due to the fact that he's getting ready to get in a ring shape.
Yeah, I mean, he's done it enough.
Oh, he's never out of shape.
Out of shape, but it's different than ring. I mean, I know he lives and drinks tequila. You know, did you see that video where that little girl was crying and he fucking took a picture? I mean, dude, the guy can't do no wrong. And if anybody bashes The Rock, they're fucking stupid.
Except for his acting. I mean? Yeah, he can't do any wrong. You're right.
What? I like his acting.
He fucking sucks, Bubba.
Anyway, gentlemen, it's almost 11 o'clock.
Let's go. I got an
hour and a half here.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, let's everybody, thanks for you know, with the great comments tonight. And we're gonna get Mav so he can get back on, so he doesn't have to, so he can get out of here instead of saying it. He can actually do it. Yeah. But I just want to say, Mav, I don't know if you knew, but we had over 500 downloads for the Triple B Experience on Spotify.
That's awesome.
So I thank everybody for downloading. We're like the little engine it could, and we just keep trying to do it because I like to do it, and I do like talking and stuff with you guys. It was great tonight. And just if you haven't hit like and subscribed, please do share it. Tell your friends, because we are the only podcast show that does so much more than just talk about one subject. We try to be experts in a lot of subjects, which it is what it is. But tomorrow night, I'm going to do the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty, and I do appreciate everybody that tuned in. My last show with Freight Train from Steelers Realm podcast had tons of people on, and then hopefully we can keep the you guys kept the momentum tonight going. I appreciate it. And you know, Cable, thanks for thanks for coming. Thanks for talking. Thanks for doing whatever. Mav, thank you. And
absolutely.
You know, hopefully we can do this again when we can, because I know we're all busy, and I'm cool with whatever happens, because everybody's lives are busy. But I do appreciate you guys so much, and I do thank you guys so much.
We'll be getting together for a movie.
Yes.
Black Panthers next month.
Yeah. And,
so looks so good. Looks good.
Black Adams come out?
This
October 21st. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay.
Those will probably be the only two movies I see, because I'm not big into Avatar.
Yeah, I don't know about
Yeah.
that one.
But we'll
Yeah.
talk about it, and hopefully we can all get together. I know we're all busy, but hopefully we can get together. So, but
Sounds good.
Okay.
All
Well,
right,
I
gentlemen.
appreciate it, you guys. I'm getting us out of here, Gare, without fucking it all up here. Let me
You've
hit
got
the
this
music.
down by now.
Oh, you would have had it done. I know. I talk too much. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Thank you too. See you guys. I'll
Later,
see
guys.
you. Bye.